Go back to the key point. So go back to what a summary is. Go back to especially those elements of plot.
Okay, so the element plot. So when I ask that question and they say that, do I give them the answer? Do I say, well, okay, so can I say, so what happened? What is the element of plot after the rising action? Do I aid that?
So if they're able to say like, okay, a lot of bad things are happening and they don't quite have the vocabulary, one thing that you can direct them to do is look at this chart that's already here. Okay. So taking a look at our elements of plot chart, where do you think we are right now?
Okay.
So, all right, we try it again. So a lot of bad things are happening.
Okay, David. Why don't you go back to, let's go back to the element of plot. Think for yourself, where are we at in the element of plot? So bad things are happening.
Conflict?
Yeah, conflict. So the boys are now facing a conflict, like monsters. So what makes the monster a big conflict in the story?
They're big and they're bad and like they want to go home, but these monsters are preventing them from going home.
Exactly. So now the monster are the biggest obstacle to going home. They have a problem. They have a conflict. Mm-hmm. And where in the elements of plot is the conflict?
It's getting towards the exposition.
Well, let's look at the chart. Is it where the conflict is?
No. It's close to the climax.
Yeah, it's where we're going to have the biggest obstacle, the climax. That's where the conflict is. Mm-hmm. Okay. How's that?
I think went well. Like, you immediately had my little David character go back within the chart and reference it, and you also now have your own exemplar. Mm-hmm. Key points embedded, so you know exactly where to focus on.
Okay.
I would say next time that I would just push David, after you've identified like that element of plot, I would push David to be even more detailed about what's happening.
Okay.
And then also push him towards like saying, okay, so yes, I'm in a conflict and this is happening. So I basically marry those two things together. Okay. Like marry what he's saying and the element.
Okay. I have a question. Mm-hmm. So what I've done so far is, so I know the students well, so I know, I kind of like, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but I have in my mind what question they can answer and what question they can't answer. Mm-hmm. So if I'm talking to David and he's stuck there, what I've gone to is I go to the next student. Mm-hmm. So should I keep like having a conversation with David and everyone is zoning in until he arrives?
So that's where we have student talk.
Okay.
So this is where we have, if David's like, oh my gosh, I just don't know where I am. Okay, everyone, so let's think about our element spot. Let's think about our chart. Everyone, take a look at the chart, and where do you think we are right now? Turn and talk. Go. Okay. No. This is where we're checking in with David. Mm-hmm. So, David, okay, now we're looking at this chart. Now we're thinking about what just happened. Where do you think we are right now? Okay, everyone's out of turn and talk. Everyone's had that time to process it. All right, so where do you think we are right now, David? I think we... Excellent job, David. Why do you think that? You can even bring in another student, so-and-so, because the conflict is this and this and this and this and this. Okay. And you're incorporating more voices in the room. Okay. So it's never going to be like a ping pong, like Miss Long, David, Miss Long, David. Like it should never be that way because your kids would just lose investment.
Okay. Got it.
And so it's funny that you bring that up. Like the next step with having this exemplar with the key points embedded will be like that prompting towards the exemplar. But for right now, I just want us to focus on just the exemplar with the key points embedded.
Okay.
Because that will take it to the next level.
Okay.
So for tomorrow's plan, and we already have it out. No, for tomorrow's plan, I'm going to be looking for your exemplar responses with those embedded key points, especially in this we do section, just because the we do is just our huge focus for this week.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that? Or
No.
thoughts, comments?
No thought, no comments. I will. I mean, I'm sharing with you as we talk.
Yes.
Really. I'm not keeping